Hello, hello, hola. I'm at a place called Vertigo. Well, this is a very different song than I'm used to playing, really. It's a country song, and I don't really listen to country. But it's always very interesting because there are some really awesome country players that can shred in terms of guitar playing. Just awesome. Brad Paisley. That's all. That's all I really got to say. And there's a lot of guitarists that cannot hold a candle to him. Okay, let's just put that out there. But Jake Owen, he wrote a very cool song, or he probably had help, but this is a very cool, very awesome, very simple song. Really, not easy to play, but it's a simple song just talking about just wanting to be in someone's life, make them happy. I want to be in your memories. I want to be in it to win it. And this is it, really. This cover, or this, what I'm doing specifically, this lesson, not a cover, it's a lesson, is specifically for the Vivo acoustic performance that Jake Owen did. This is very important because in the original song, it's in drop D tuning. But I'm assuming Jake Owen probably had a little bit of, maybe his throat was hurting, or maybe he just didn't want to sing high, or maybe he just really likes the sound of this style of guitar, that instead of it being in drop D, it's in D flat. So drop D flat. That means our tuning from the lowest string to the high string is D flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. Okay? Very important. If you want to play along to the song, that's basically the tuning. If you want to play along to the music video, lyric video, or the actual radio edit, I guess you could call it, it's just drop D. You just play standard tuning, drop the lowest string. In this case, you tune to half step tuning and then drop the lowest string to a D flat, okay? Second thing I want to talk about, which I just remembered right now, is nails. Make sure they are cut, don't have long nails. They make your life miserable on your fretting hand and your playing hand. Third thing, in terms of naming convention, I'm going to name everything, call everything as if we are in standard tuning. It just makes life easier for me, and hopefully makes life easier for you. Okay, so the intro is kind of hard to kind of figure out, but it's not super difficult. I gotta say it again. This is not an easy song. If you're a pure beginner, this is going to take a while for you to learn, and it's not going to be easy. Okay, so chord names are not going to help. There's no easy way to go about this other than just showing you. And I did my best with my ear, just listening, because you can't see every chord that he plays in the video. So I'm just trying my best here and going with it. So what I'm hearing is this kind of sound, which is you are plucking the lowest string, the low E string, with your thumb, and then using either your first finger, middle finger, ring finger, or a combination of the three, whatever combination, and kind of doing playing with those. So the way I'm doing it is it's really just one chord. It's a D chord. I'm playing the second fret of the G, third fret of the B, and I'm also playing the open D string. So I'm using my thumb. I do a downstroke with my thumb, and then I play those three strings, the open D, the G, and the B together, using my first finger, middle finger, ring finger. So the way it goes is that you do a hammer-on while keeping the third fret of the B there. You do a hammer-on the fourth fret of the G, so it sounds like this. Right, so let me do it one more time. So you do thumb, pick to hammer, thumb, pick to hammer again. So very slow. That's kind of what I'm doing there, is I'm playing it like that. Okay, and then up to speed, it sounds something similar to this. That's all it is. So it's really just a D chord with the 4th fret hammer on, okay? And it sounds cool, works just fine. Then we go into the verse. The verse is really just 2 chords, and that's around the 10-second mark, so let me just play that.
Know that you've got to go. It's a whim or plan, either way I hope.
This is the first chord, now the second chord. Back to the first.
Your Friday.
And the chords there are really just a D chord. So it's 2nd fret of the G, 3rd fret of the B. In actuality, it's not a D chord, it's a D flat chord because we're tuned down, but just calling it a D. And the way he's playing it for the first verse is purely fingers. And then once he does the first chorus into the second verse, he uses a guitar pick. Okay, so just to be aware. So for the first chord, it's really just... And what I'm doing there is I'm using my thumb for the A, D strings, and then using my other fingers for the D, G, B strings. So it sounds like this. So if I was to sing along, it'd be next chord. Okay, so the next chord is a G chord or G flat, F sharp. Really is what it is. It's 5th fret of the low E with your ring finger, 4th fret of the G with your middle finger, 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the B, and it sounds like this. So if I play that again, starting from the D chord, so that's the second chord. Going back to the D chord, okay? So you can see the G chord, you only hold it for 1 bar and then you go back. The D chord, it's really 2 bars. So if I was to count it, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It would be, I can't even count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. G chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second section of verse 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into G. 2, 3, 4. Back to D. And that goes, man, I love you in the bird. Something like that. I can't say. I'm not trying to make fun of it. In fact, let me get the lyrics up over here. You know what? So that way I can actually sing it for you. That way you can follow along. Okay. Baby, I know that you gotta go. It's a whim or a plan, either way I hope there's a beach in it, okay? Your Friday nights are barefoot in the sand. There's music and lights and your left hand has a beer in it. Yeah, I hope the coast is clear in it. And then it goes into the pre-chorus. This is what I call the pre-chorus. Oh, I love you, and I'll leave it at that. It's okay if you don't look back. If my 98 Pontiac gets to journey through your dreams, it's you flying around this old town and see a chocolate sea. You know, okay. So, pre-chorus. Oh, I love you. Okay, oh, I love you, and I'll leave it at that. All you're doing there is the D chord, 2nd fret of the G, 3rd fret of the B. But you're adding the 2nd fret of the low E, so it sounds like this. Oh, I love you. Right? So you're kind of doing the same strumming, just right hand. Don't worry too much about what strings you're hitting or what fingers you are using. Don't worry too much about that. That is all called semantics, and those are details that you can figure out when you are a better guitar player, when you are much more experienced and you have the time. You can come back to the song and then you'll be like, oh wow, I'm an expert. Okay, you can't learn John Mayer's Neon in one day, nor can you really do this in one day if you're a beginner. Okay, just being as honest as I can be. Oh, I love you, and I leave it at that. Lift off the second fret of the low E, and then put it back, second fret. It's okay if you don't look. And then this part, I use fourth fret of the low E with my thumb. Sounds like that, okay? And then if my 98 Pontiac, what we're doing here is we're going from a G chord to a D, to a B over G, to an A, to G, to basically F sharp, to E, to A, back to D. Okay, so that's the chord progression. We're going from G to D, to B minor, really, to A, G, F sharp with a D on top, to E, to A, back to D. That is the chorus, okay? So this is really the last progression you really need to learn, okay? From this point on, it's all smooth sailing, baby, because these are all chords that we're going to repeat. So I'm going to try and play along to the song once we do this, okay? So first chord for the chorus, okay? So right before the chorus, right? Fourth fret of the low E. Then we have that chord, and then we go into the G chord. So it's fifth fret of the low E, fourth fret of the G, third fret of the B, into the D, right? We already know the D. And then this time, lift off your finger from the G string and then put it on the second fret of the A. So you still have second fret of the A, third fret of the B. That we can call it B minor or B over G, whatever you want to call it. Right, like that. And then we go into an A chord, which is just, I'm just playing second fret of the D, second fret of the G. Then we go back to the G chord that I showed you, fifth fret of the low E, fourth fret of the G, third fret of the B. Lower from the fifth fret, keep everything the same, right? So now just move the finger from the fifth fret to the fourth fret of the low E, like that. So it's the fourth fret low E, fourth fret G, third fret B. And then go into the E chord that we were playing earlier for I love you and I can't leave it without that. Right, second fret of the low E, second fret of the G, third fret of the B. And then play this A chord. It's the seventh fret of the low E, sixth fret of the G, fifth fret of the B. Okay, so let me try and play along to the chorus so that way you can kind of get an idea of what it sounds like. I'll do it from the pre-chorus to the chorus, and then we'll go through the entire song. So it sounds like this. Oh, I love you, and I'll leave it at that. It's okay if you don't look back. If my 98 Pontiac gets to driving through your dreams, is it flying around this old town? It's the same old shotgun seat. When you open your eyes and the pretty little mind has memory in it, I hope there's a little me in it, right? Just stay on the D. And at this point, he's using a guitar pick, so that's kind of what I'm doing. So let me play through as much as I can of this, which is going to be horrible. Really, I'm not suited to playing this. There are many better people who have a better voice than I do, but I'm going to try and just to lay out the structure. Okay, so here's the intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baby, I know that you gotta go. It's a win more plan either way. I hope there's a beach in it. Your Friday nights are barefoot in the sand. There's music and lights, and your left hand has a beer in it. Yeah, I hope the coast is clear in it. Oh, I love you, and I'll leave it at that. It's okay if you don't look back. If my 98 Pontiac gets to drive through your dreams, gets you flying around this old town in that same old shotgun seat. When you open your eyes and that pretty little mind has memory in it, hope there's still little me in it. You ain't gotta call, you ain't gotta write. If the lonely gets stealing from my voice one night, 'cause you miss hearing it, I'll try not have a tear, or try to talk you back into us. I'll keep my mind and my broken heart shut. If my 98 Pontiac gets to drive through your dreams, gets you flying around this old town in a single shotgun seat. When you open your minds and that pretty little mind has memory in it, hope there's still little me. Oh, I love you and I'll leave it at that. Yeah, know that you're not coming back. Oh, I love you and I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I know that you're not coming back. If my 98 Pontiac gets to driving through your dreams, gets you flying around this old town, the same which I could see. When you open your eyes and that pretty little mind has memory in it, hope there's still a little me. There's still a little me. Okay, that's the idea. So just to kind of lay it out using just the lyrics, which was I did a horrible job. Don't worry about it. It's just to kind of give you the idea that these chords are just repeating over and over and over again. From Baby I Know That You Gotta Go to Has a There's lights, and your left hand has beer in it. Yeah, I hope the coast is clear in it. That is the verse. Oh, I love you, and I'll leave it at that. That's the start of the pre-chorus. It's okay if you don't look back. Going into the chorus, if my 98 Pontiac gets driving, etc., etc. You ain't got to call, you ain't got to write. If the lonely gets you dialing for my voice one night, because you miss hearing it, I'll try not to have a tear in it. That is verse 2. Won't try to talk you back into us. That's pre-chorus number 2. I'll keep my mouth and my broken heart shut. End of pre-chorus into chorus. If my 98 Pontiac, etc., etc. Okay, so you see how it's really just 3 or 4 different sections, and they're just kind of looping over and over and over again. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope this helps. I know it's a very long video. It's not an easy song, but it is a cool song that hopefully you can learn patiently after watching this. Have a good one.